Hello and welcome to the 142nd episode of the But I'm Knitting podcast. My name is Ramona. I'm a knitter from Toronto and welcome to my corner of the crafting world. So it's been a week since I last put up an episode. That's doing pretty good. This week I have an FO, but it's like a reluctant FO. I got some works in progress and 1 to 2 new cast-ons. It'll make sense in the end, and I have some stash enhancement as well. So let's go on with my reluctant finished object. So technically there's nothing on the schedule that should have been done this week, but this became a finished project. Remember this? It's not a sock. Yeah. So this was going so well. I was loving the detail. You saw where I was last week. It was going great. Let me just take off the progress keeper because it's completely useless now. There we go. It was doing well. It looked good. And then I think it was on Thursday that they're like, oh, because I just finished the color work. They're like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Let's see it, let make sure that it fits, because now that I'm finished, that would be the time I would try it on. Yeah, so this part wouldn't get past the ball of my foot. I have to rethink how I do color work socks, because if I go too big for the needle size on here, that would make the sock too big and too difficult for me to keep out. And I already went up 2 needle sizes for this, but I don't know how much of a stretch it would be to go to a size 2 US needle. And I just said, you know what? I like this color work. It looks good. So I'm going to end it off, and I'm going to use it as, I don't know, a notions pouch, a coin purse. I don't know, but it looks good. Doesn't the color work look good though? Oh, so the yarn that I used for this was my, I guess I used some of my lime color, but this is my, the yarn is from the Knitting Loft. This green color up here, the lime green color, that's what it's called, is lime. This one is Meadows. So this is my color for, March for my socks. This one is from January for my socks. And I now have a coin purse or something of the sort. I'm playing around with the idea of maybe getting some kind of fastener or button. I don't even know. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it or how I'm going to finish it off, but I Kitchener the bottom of it. Turned out pretty good. I like the way that it turned out. This is actually a good way to do a little sample for color work and figure out what you're going to do with it. So my contemplation now, I'm not going to do this again for this month. It's done. So now I'm contemplating going up needle sizes, but maybe using brioche for the cuff. Because I think in general you need a bigger needle for that anyways. I don't know. I'm going to test it out and see how well I like it and how much it stretches. So what I would do is probably start with a brioche. Yeah, just try a brioche cuff on the fly. See how well that works. See how much that stretches. And if it stretches enough, then I'll try it with probably like a size 2 or 2.5 needle for the color work section. And then after that, then I'd switch down, if I can, to my normal size needle for the rest of the sock. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, one finished object. Let's go on to my works in progress. I got quite a bit. Okay, let's go on with this one first. So this is the October hat by Sloan Rosenthal. This is the hat for my brother. I didn't really do as much as I had hoped, but I did do some. I attached a new ball of yarn. So here's the hat so far. I added on maybe 2-3 rows or something like that, because I didn't pick this up again until Friday when I was at my dad's house. It was like 11 o'clock at night, so the fact that I got that many rows done was quite impressive. So it's coming out nicely. So I'm on the second repeat for it, and then I have one more repeat and then close in the rest of it. Yeah. So the yarn that I'm using for this is Durum Natura Ulysses in the, no, not Ulysses, sorry, Cyrano base in the color Tempest, which is like a lovely dark navy blue. It's going to look so good when it's done. I'm convinced of it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to working on it. Oh, loving it. Like, just imagine when it's done. It'll be so nice. It'll be so nice when it's done. Ooh. So that's pretty much it for it. I'm using the size for it, I think it's a size 7 US. Yeah, that's my needles that I'm using for it. I'm using basically whatever is recommended in the pattern. That's what I'm using for this. And it's a great free pattern. Like, just that it takes time. My next work in progress, I'm gonna put that there. Was it? Yeah, this was the back of it, wasn't it? Okay, so, okay, I've made a good amount of progress on this. Did I? I'm starting to wonder if I moved my stitch marker or not. I don't even know, so I guess I'll just show it off from where it is. So this is the Hat and Peak hat by Maxim Sear. Hold it. Oh no! Why is that like that? Okay. Sorry, I just realized that I think I don't know if I broke the yarn or if I had to do it, but I did some weird thing on there. I gotta fix that because that would be the part that's exposed. I gotta figure out exactly what I did and how to fix that. I don't know. So my Hat and Peak, this is as far as I have made it so far. I am on the decreases for the crown. According to my stitch marker, I was here and now I'm all the way up here. But I could have sworn I was closer to up here, but I don't remember. I don't remember. We're just going to take it. This is where I am now. So I am almost finished, quite finished. I can probably get this done within the next couple of days. And then I'll, you know, I'm pretty certain that by next week I'll have it washed and blocked. It's just because I want the yarn to, in a sense, rest for the color work. But this thing is going to bother me. I got to figure out exactly what I did wrong. And yeah, I think I had to weave in ends, but I don't know why I did it like that. The yarn broke. That's what it was. The yarn broke. So I got to find a way to make that look nicer. That will take a little bit of work. But yep, my Hat and Peak, Maxim Sear. The yarn that I'm using for this one, this is the Ulysses base for, so it's the Rurum Natura Ulysses in Baleine Bleu. The light blue that's here, that one is called Sauge, right? No, it's not a light blue. Sorry, it's like it looks like that. That's Sauge. The light blue that you see in between there, I believe that one is called, no, I'm all confused. This is Poivre Ciel. I don't remember what color is what. This is Caramel, and the other color that you see there that is somewhere is called Sauge. There you go. So apparently I'm just completely confused by this hat. I could probably get this done quite quickly. I'm happy about that. But it's not going to be, I think I said on the last episode, it's not going to be this winter's hat. It'll be the hat afterwards. I'm actually using, I think I got these from either Walmart or Michael's. I can't remember. I got them a long time ago. And they're like this. I'm not certain if I like it, but it's what I had on hand at the time for a hat. I'm thinking I need to buy circular hat size in this size. I don't, because it always catches on here, and I don't like that. I really don't like that, but I've never bothered to replace it because it's not often I need it. But if I'm enjoying knitting sports weight hats, I should come up with a decent alternative. Okay, so that takes care of that work in progress. My other work in progress would be my C6 sweater. I didn't work on the wool and honey this week. In fact, I stole the tips to finish this project. So that's going to be put to the side until I finish with my C6 sweater. Then I'll switch my tips back and I'll do it. Because I had like a moment where I was there like, I can't find my size 4 tips. And I was looking through every project, every instance that I had that I just had my interchangeables and they were not on a product. I'm unscrewing them, putting them away. I'm like, I still can't find my 4s. And I'm like, hold on a second, which needles am I using for my wool and honey? And it ended up being my interchangeable set, and it was a US 4. So, yeah. So for this one, don't lose that, don't lose that. Guess what? It's not attached to yarn right now. This is progress. Okay, so I will show you. I've only slightly started doing the seaming process, but let me show you my sweater and where it is. Oh, the wrong side is showing. Hold on, let me flip it back out the right way it's supposed to be. Here it is. Everything is unattached. All the knitting for the main body is done. I've actually flipped that the right way. Started the seaming process. It's not done though. I only did the cuff. It's only because I wanted to make sure I did the cuff with the color that I did the cuff with, and then I'm gonna seam with the rest of the yellow yarn. So let me go through the yarn that I'm using for this. So this is the Knitting Loft, their Boots base and their Dust base in the colorway Honey. It's a beautiful like gold and yellow color. You can see it there. And then afterwards, this section here, this is Julie Asselin in her sports base in the colorway Petite Pouce. And it wasn't until I was doing the other cuff that I realized my mistake on this one. I didn't notice it till afterwards. Because, hold on. Yeah, this is the right side. And if I look on the right side for this one, yeah, I did do a mistake. Okay, so in my eagerness to, actually, let me start with this. In my eagerness saying, oh my gosh, I finished with the cable pattern, because I had that on a spreadsheet. And then afterwards, I went back to my written pattern. So they're like, okay, since I'm transitioning between the two, I'm going to cut my main color and I'm going to go straight into working with my, the stuff for the cuff. Only to realize I had another row to do, but I didn't put that on my spreadsheet. And it's what it does is it prepares the yarn to go into this section so that you don't really see the jog of color, like the color here, which made me realize I didn't do that for this one. Because on here, if you look, get this right side, you can see the jog of color here, which you're not supposed to be able to see. Oh well, hat's more mine. I mean, hat, it's not a hat. The sweater is more mine, more unique. Put it this way, that side needed some kind of a mistake. This one has tons of them. The first side doesn't have anything. So last time you had actually seen, I was there. I finished the arm, finished the cuff, and I started the seaming. The seaming doesn't look pretty. I need to work on it. But what I'm doing for the seaming for this one, I'm actually turning it for myself. This is for my own sense. I'm turning it inside out. So what I'm seeing are knit stitches on this side because the actual sweater is for the purl size to show. So I'm doing it inside out, and I will be seaming it, lining them up and seaming them, going all the way down. Hold on. No, hold on. I'm getting myself all confused. I'll be seaming it all the way down along the body till I reach down to this point and stop, and then pick up, because this is the bottom, right? Correct? Yeah. Then this is the bottom of the sweater. So after this one, once I'm finished the seaming, this is where I'm going to pick up the stitches all the way around to do the bottom ribbing. I'm going to continue seaming up here all the way to the other arm. Yeah. And then, oh gosh, my nose. And then I'm going to do the ribbing on this one. So I'm hoping to get the seaming done. I'm probably going to do it after I finish today. I'm actually excited about this one, maybe because it doesn't seem like it's that much in comparison to the rose cardigan. But then now that I'm thinking about it, I might as well just try and sit down and do them both. I don't know. I'm still not making any guarantees that anything for the rose cardigan will be touched. It's been sitting in the bag somewhere over there for ages. Eventually. Not yet. Not yet. So this one is almost done. I am really, really excited about this one. Yeah. Oh, it's almost done. I'm going to make sure I take a picture of it on the hanger as it is right now, where you can get the general idea. And I'll make sure I put up a picture on it. So that's my C6 sweater. It's by Helga Isagar. I just realized I forgot to mention that. Ooh, fluff. Big fluff. Okay. I'm gonna need my lint brush for this afterwards. Oh, this shirt that I'm wearing, this is actually a new acquisition for me. It's a T-shirt hoodie. T-shirt hoodie. I love T-shirt hoodies. I love any kind of hoodie pretty much, but especially when it gets warmer, having a T-shirt material. I didn't even know these, like, long sleeve T-shirts didn't occur to me until maybe like the early 2000s, because all T-shirts I knew of were long sleeve, and if they were short sleeve, and if they were long sleeve, that meant it was like a sweater and it was always thicker material. So once I discovered like T-shirt, long sleeve T-shirts, I love them. So this one is actually from the Love and Stitches. Yeah. So it just came in on Friday. Yeah, Spreadshirt just takes a long time to get it to Canada. Like all the other people that I've seen who have ordered stuff from the Love and Stitches membership through them, they get their stuff so much faster. But in Canada, it's like it literally takes a full 6 to 8 weeks for it to come. I'm like, what the heck and why? I don't know. But that is everything for my works in progress. So let's go on with my, yep, I did that one. Let's go on with my new cast on. So okay, so then why do I have this out here? Okay, there's nothing in there. So since I have to, still do my March socks, I actually cast it on today, which reminds me I gotta update my Ravelry, for my new project. For this one, that's the point that it's at. What I was going to do, I was going to start the cuff like this, but then I decided, you know what? Forget that foolishness. Well, it's not foolishness, because I'd love to do another cuff like that for a project. I am just going to do a set of plain vanilla socks. That's it. Nothing fancy. Put in what's it called, heel? Shadow wrap heel. I'm not even going to do contrast colors or anything. I'm just going to do it straight. That's a lot of mindless knitting. I'm kind of looking forward to it because I haven't done that. Yeah, because I've always put in a contrasting heel, cuff, and toe or something like that. I haven't done like a plain vanilla sock in ages. And now that I've, in a sense, gotten faster at it, I'm curious to see how long it's going to take. I'm not really counting today in the time for that. And also considering that I'm now working during the day, it makes it a little bit more difficult to gauge my time for that. But I'm going to see. Because I only have basically 2 weeks or so to do a pair of socks now. And I've got other stuff to do, but I really want to get that done. So that's everything. No, sorry. One more thing for the new cast on. I'm not certain if this is going to stay as a new cast on or if I'm going to rip it out and do it again, maybe with something else. But I had started, you have seen my progress oh, that's still attached, and trying out new things with crochet. I didn't show anything last week. This is the right side. I haven't shown anything this week, so that was before. I realized I can't seem to find the crochet cotton that everybody talks about, sugar and cream. I can't seem to find that at Michael's or Walmart up here. Because I've gone on the Michael's website. They don't list anything sugar and cream. There's another one like a peaches and cream or something like that. They don't have that either. I went to Walmart and I was physically in there and I couldn't find it. All they had was Bernat. Ugh, okay. You know what? First, let me finish with what I'm doing and then we'll go into shopping at Walmart. That was not fun. All right. So I had started with this. This was supposed to be the beginning of my float tote. I'm not certain, but the thing is, my stitch count is severely off. And I'm not certain whether or not this is sturdy enough for what I want it for. Because this one was done with the crochet cotton. I had to order this on Amazon, first of all. This is sugar and cream, but I had to order it on Amazon. This feels a lot stiffer than this. And my stitch count is off anyways. So probably what I'm going to do. So I went to the store. I went to Walmart today. And I got, today as in for me, it's Sunday. So I went to Walmart today and I did a bit of shopping. But this is the beginning of my float tote. I'm liking it. It actually looks pretty darn good though. I'm very proud of my progress I'm making with my crochet. I'm still working on getting my stitch count accurate. The yarn that I'm using for this is the Barocco Modern Cotton. I can't remember what the colorway is. It's a number. I think it's 1608 for the gray. And that's only because I remember seeing that on the tag from last week when I purchased it. So it's coming along nicely, I guess. It's just the stitch count is completely wrong. So I may just keep these for practice, and I may just cast on again for a float tote. And I'm really going to have to get started on that quickly because I'm running out of time. So yeah, and my J-hook. This is the one that I had gotten through Amazon. I haven't bought a prim one yet. I'm still, put it this way, this is still working fine for me. So there's no need for me to change it right now. I'm happy with it. I'm not that much into crochet that I feel like I need to upgrade my stuff yet, so to speak. Yeah, because I put it this way, once I start getting more comfortable and if I start enjoying it more, then yeah, trust me, there will be an upgrade. That's definitely what happened with me with knitting. Okay, so let's talk about this is a part of Stash Enhancement, and it also goes with a lovely little story. So I went to Walmart today, and I bought these. I don't understand why they don't do smaller sizes. So this is the only kind of cotton yarn that I could find that's anything close to sugar and cream, like dish cotton cloth, no, I don't know, dish cotton type of thing, like what you'd usually use to make dishcloths and that kind of stuff. So I realized, yeah, apparently at Walmart, they don't organize diddly squat, especially for the yarn. I worked at Michael's, and I like the fact that when you walk into the aisle, you could say, it sorts it. They don't sort it. Like, everything was all over the place, and it's like, why doesn't there seem to be much selection for solid colored cotton? Very little. It's like, if you want multicolored and variegated, they're like, yeah, there's a ton of that. If you want solid cotton, you are digging like there's no tomorrow. The other problem that I have with this, why does it have to be this big? Why don't they have smaller sizes? This is why I'm not used to doing big box shopping. I don't need this much of it. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of it. But the thing is, I couldn't decide what color goes together well, and I ended up taking out a color that even looked like the back, like my wall. That was there, and I actually really liked it, but I ended up deciding these ones would work better. So I don't know if I'm gonna be making a bunch of float totes or a bunch of dish cotton glutton. I don't know. I didn't want this much added to my stash, but I needed the yarn. Oh, so this one is Bernat Handicrafter Cotton. Does it have an actual colorway name? Azul Modern Blue. That's what it's called in English. This one is Overcast. And this one is Off-White. This was this one, I knew I was going home with this one. This was not going to be a problem. I like the idea of having a cream. It's the gray and the blue. Because what I would have preferred was like a color closer to, if I could have gotten the color scheme like this, I would have been a happy camper. This, oopsie, was the only blue that was in there. They're nowhere close to being the same. Nowhere close. Ugh. I will make do. There's nothing else I can do. I will make do. So that's everything for Stash Enhancement. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of this stuff. But I'm probably going to, yeah, I'll get started on that this week. Because at least one part of the float tote is what I'd like to get done. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Stash Enhancement, that's done. I did have a little bit of what's it called? Patterns. Yes, I had gotten a couple of patterns that I really liked. No, not from there. From here. Go to here. And library. Okay, so I had picked up 3 patterns since last time. One of them is because I realized I was having after church yesterday. My mom and I were eating lunch upstairs in the kitchen, and we were talking about, like, I was telling her about the my brother and his hat, and my dad and his hat, and the other brother whose hat I'm currently knitting. And then my mom asked me, "Oh, are you making a hat for your sister?" I said, "No, trust me, she's gotten the most knitted stuff out of all of my siblings. She's gotten the most." I'm like, the only person who hasn't gotten anything, really, well, 2 people would be like my oldest brother and my stepmother. My stepmother looked at my dad's hat when I gave it to him, and she's like, "Ooh, new hat," and I'm almost convinced that she's wearing it as well. But I'm thinking I'm gonna make her one as well. But I came up with one for my oldest brother. And the funny thing is, it just popped up on my Instagram feed while we were eating lunch, about 5 minutes after we were talking about it. And I said, "Oh, Mom, what do you think about this hat?" So this is the Triangle Topper Hat by Stephen West. I got it. It's pretty simple, not hard. Like, not, it's a simple pattern is what it looks like, but it looks really, really nice. Okay, can you go to the actual pattern, please? This one is done, yeah, in worsted weight. So that might give me something to do, with my extras as well, because I still have a 1 whole skein from my middle brother's hat, another, yeah, almost full skein for that one. Plus I've got extra ones over there. So we'll decide on that one. But I said to my mom, I'm like, if I'm going to make it for one, if I'm going to make it for my brother, I would like to also make one for his wife and his daughter. So I think I can do that just fine for my brother and my sister-in-law. It's my niece, because I would like the hats to all look the same. What I may end up doing is coming up with my own variation for a child-sized version, either with a pattern or using the color of the parents' hats. That actually seems like a good idea. That might be it. That might be it. So I'm liking the way that looks. I probably will not be starting that until later on in the year, maybe in the summer, maybe about August or so, because then it will be going into the winter time. I think that would be better. Yeah, that was one of the things that I had added to my library. The other two, it was like a buy two get a sale, but hold on a second, let me do this one. Twin Stitches Designs and Moon Glow Fiber had a what do you call it? A collaboration. That's the term. And for a pattern or two. The pattern is called April Showers, and I think also Mayflowers is involved in it. So there's 2 patterns that were released by all of a sudden the name is like dropping out of my head. 2 patterns released by Twin Stitches Designs, and then Moonglow came up with has a yarn set for it. I'm not going to be doing that with the yarn set. That much I know. Why? Because it costs too much money for that yarn to get to my house. I can't be bothered with that. But I do like both of the sock patterns, especially April Showers. I was contemplating doing it with the one I got from Shark Week. The Shark Week yarn I had gotten from Twin Stitches Design. I was contemplating doing that. However, I may end up doing something else with that, because Mayflowers would actually work very well for that, because that actually needs different distinct mini skeins to do it, more than April Showers. April Showers can be done all in one and it wouldn't look bad. I don't know. But it could also mean that I'm making a trip to the knitting loft and making my own sock set for that. That's quite a possibility. Get like a solid full skein and get a bunch of mini skeins and knit it out of that. We'll have to see. If I do that though, I'm probably going to do both of the patterns, and if I do that, I'm going to save that for sock week. Not sock week. Summer sock camp. I'm already saying, in my mind, Kay is already doing it, so I'm mentally preparing myself. So that's probably going to be one of the 2 of the patterns I'm going to be doing for that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, I think that is pretty much it. Oh, I found out, this is like, yeah, we're moving on to life now. I found out, because my mom's cousin came with my mom to church on Saturday. So yes, so for me, it was yesterday when we went to church. Found out that her son actually lives right by our church. I didn't know where he had moved to before, but it's the same apartment building as like one of my friend's ex-boyfriends from like way back when. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like literally, it's like I could walk from my church to his apartment in less than 5 minutes. It's really, really close. So all excited. Just because he's close. I don't get to see him very often. I haven't seen him in quite some time. I found out he has a daughter that I didn't even know about. People don't keep me updated on their lives. So so it's gonna be good to see him more often, hopefully. I know my mom's going to be going by there because she's always looking for new people to drop off bread and all that kind of stuff. So she'll probably be showing up there, breads and desserts and all that kind of stuff. So that was some good piece of news. What else happened recently? Ooh. No, that's pretty much it. Oh, two of my my friends' daughters, my friends' daughters, over this, was it over the summer or was it fall? I don't know. It was a really, really cold day and it was food bank. It was in the fall. It was probably November or December. I had checked with their stepmother, and they've got feet the same size as me. These girls are tiny. And they have the same size foot as me. And I said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to give them some of my socks that I've already, finished, never worn and all that kind of stuff. So I gave it to the younger sister and I said, between the two of you, you guys pick which one you want. And yesterday at church was the first time I saw both of them together. The youngest one told me last week that she really loved her socks. I saw the older one yesterday. She's like, I've been trying to get in contact with you. And then she turns to my middle brother, RJ, and she's like, yeah, you were supposed to give me your contact information. He's like, me? You never asked me. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And they're like, yeah, but I turned to her, they're like, yeah, but you could have asked your stepmom because she has my contact information. Your dad has my contact information. So really, if you needed to get in contact with me, you could have. So I just handed her my phone and I told her to put in her details. But she really likes the socks. They both really like the socks that I made them. And apparently they wear them quite frequently from what they've said. So I'm happy about that. I've got new people to offload my hand knit socks to. Because I know myself. I like to knit socks that come in my size. Because when I'm tired of knitting the socks, that's the perfect time to finish the toe. And that's when it fits my foot. So it's like what my aunt, when she comes in here and, takes a pair of socks, my sister's starting to get out of that category, so we'll have to see about that. My friend's daughters now are a part of that category. I really should make up some and send them down to my friend in Atlanta. I need to make a care package for her and send it down. I will get around to doing that. Yeah, so these people luck out because their foot happens to be the same size as mine. So yeah, I think that's actually going to be everything. Yeah, honestly, I'm looking at the timing on the podcast. It's long enough. So thank you very much for spending your afternoon with me. I hope to see you again sometime soon, and have a good day. Bye.